Namaste, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the transmission. Welcome to the Magdalene transmission. Woohoo! Let's see if anyone is going to jump on. Is anyone there? It's 2020. I hope it's not on my page. Nope. Is anyone there? Hello, Christine. Hi, guys. Hi, Rachel. Yeah. Let's just give everyone a moment to jump on the call. Hi, Christine. Hi, guys. Woo! Let's do this. Oh, Joe Heather Jacobs. Hi. Let's do this. Happy Magdalene transmission, everybody. I just got to check again because weird that I didn't realise that certain people can't see it in the group. Craig Reynolds. Wow. Okay, so hi guys. So we'll just give everyone a moment to jump on the call, and if someone could just say in the big group, hi Rose, if someone could just say, like Debbie say, the transmission started, Jen is live. That would be amazing. Blessings from India. Hi Craig. You're so lucky you're in India. So someone just confirm this Goa. Oh, you're so lucky, bro. Hi Joe Heather Jacobs. Now, I've just got to 100% make sure that the transmission is in the event group because I am not seeing it coming up. So someone can just confirm, because it's just not coming up. It's so weird. Hey guys, literally ran all the way home. Hi Jen from the Netherlands. Saskia, are we in the event group? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Guys, is this? I'm really a bit confused. Hold on a minute, sister. This is in the event group, isn't it? Yes, you are. Thank you, Storm. Woo! For you, because it's not coming up. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Namaste, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Magdalene transmission. I'm a little bit thrown because it only says 36 people and about 250, maybe 300 people have signed up. So I'm a little bit confused what's going on. I'm on a field. Look where we are, guys. I'm just going to show you where we are. We're in our van and we're in this beautiful, exquisite field in Avalon. Like, we really have returned to the absolute living heart of Avalon, and so we are transmitting from this place, this sacred place. And even though it's 5 minutes from my house, because I live in the town of Glastonbury, it's like in another country. We're literally like in another country. The energy here is so cohesive and it is so pure. It's just like untainted by the Babylon mess, the Babylon agenda. It has been unaffected by the Babylon agenda, and this is really powerful sacred land. So it's all been very miraculous how yeah, it's hard to find this on the page, I know. And basically, guys, so what it is I'm on my 5G or 4G, whatever it is, and I'm in my van, and so I'm looking for I can't. It's ridiculous that I can't find it on the event group. We're having trouble with this page. Hi Jen, people are having trouble accessing this page. This is what I'm a bit. The unfolding picture. Oh my god. Okay, so I am in the event is happening. That's fine. It's really weird because there's no people have been. There's nobody trying to get in the group. So I'm not really sure why people are accessing it. Let's just see if I can pin it to the top. I'm going to just pin this to the top of the page, brothers and sisters. So remove announcement. That's what's going on. So we'll just give everyone a moment. Like, what is actually going on right now? Why can't people access it? Because I am live in the group, because I've just seen someone say that I literally am live in the group. So you literally came up on my news feed. I found it on the photo tab of event group. Bizarre, you're in the event is happening. Yeah, this is so weird. There's kind of like a little bit of weird interference going on right now, brothers and sisters. So we're just going to have to just hold out for a few more minutes while we make sure that everyone who signed up for the transmission can actually find the transmission. So for some reason, I'm unable to get into it on my computer, and it's just not opening up. And it's so weird because I've got all these new people watching that, like, they're my friends. They're not, I wouldn't really have thought they were in the group, but if I go and just check my own page, it's definitely not there. So it must be in the event group. Yes, you need to have it in the feed. It took me ages to find you. I got it from notifications. Click on events. Okay, can someone please a post? This is weird. Your feed is not live on the page, but when I check notifications... Hello from Paris. Right, so Jade, I had to go to video tab. It's not in the feed. Okay. This is so bizarre. If I go to videos, it's in the event group. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, babe.
How's that?
Not done yet. It's not started yet.
Okay, so there's been quite a lot of trouble with people accessing the call. They can't access it for some reason. It's not coming up on the event page. So we're just having to take a little moment now just to try to rectify that. Can you check on your phone, hon? Just opened it and it was the first thing I saw. Yes, there we are. It's just so weird that I cannot locate it on the event group. Because normally we've got like loads and loads of people haven't sort of joined the group, hun. Hello. So you check the event and see if you can pin it to the top of the page. Hi, Debbie. I just shared it onto the event page and it's visible out there now. This is unbelievable. There's some weird interference going on today. Right, so I'm going to say, please check the video section to find the live transmission. Hi Jen, it appeared only in my notification feed. They're not letting me post. They're not letting me post. Okay guys, we're just going to have to just crack on and just do this. We're obviously getting some sort of interference from Facebook and what to do. And yeah, we're just going to have to realise that... Oh, there we are.
Christian
Flynn.
It, yeah.
Okay.
So you can unpin the other one.
Yeah, but... Okay. It took me about 15 minutes to find you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've unpinned that, darling. All right, I'm going to pin this one to the event. Marker's announcement. It appeared in the video. Okay, it's pinned to the top now, so I think we're going to be all right. Someone shared it. We can hear you. Okay, that's fine. Are you going to come and do it with me?
I will do in 15 minutes. I've told them.
Well, it means
got a very important meeting.
All right, I'm going to start.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, babes.
Bye.
Love you.
Okay.
Okay guys, so obviously something's going on, which means that this is very, very big, this work that we are, we've made this soul contract to come together to do. Whenever we get interference like this, it means that we're really, really working with shifting the energy and shifting the paradigm. And as we already know, we already know that. And I think it's to do with this work that we're going to be doing with the children in the foster care system. I think this is so huge, and that there are certain forces that are not wanting that to happen. But we are way more powerful than those forces, brothers and sisters, doing this for the children. we have gathered here today specifically for the children, and nothing will stop us. Absolutely nothing will stop us. This video is going to go out to loads and loads of other people that aren't on Facebook. Many people are going to receive this powerful work. So we are absolutely doing it. So brothers and sisters, now that loads and loads of people have now joined us, I'm just inviting everyone to gather yourselves together as I just welcome all the new people, yes Pippi, all the new people to come and join our sacred community. And I'm so honoured and I'm so privileged to be the facilitator. Oh my God, there were like 60 people chomping on the bit to get on. Yeah, I think a lot of people have made it now, guys. So I'm just going to turn the comments off. It's a little bit odd what's going on. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on. There's some energy that's interfering with us. So we all need to hold our centre, really hold our centre. Turn the comments off, swipe to the left, or no, swipe to the right, and let's just all stay focused. We've got 140 people on the call. That's pretty much nearly the amount of people that have signed up. And just to let everyone know, welcome to the new people. And please don't comment. When the transmission starts, it's very important that we don't comment, because we are creating an energetic container of this intention. And so every time someone comments, say, oh, what's going on? It's all frozen. I can't see, Jen's frozen or whatever. Then we're actually creating like a leak in the container. So if you have any trouble accessing the transmission, you need to try a different device. If you're doing it on a laptop, do it on your phone or a iPad. Also, you can try another browser. You can try DuckDuckGo, or you can try Google Chrome, or you can try Safari or Mozilla. There's all these different search engines that you could try. What else can you do? You could just let go and accept the fact that if it's not flowing for you, then you're meant to do it afterwards. There's like a wave of people that are meant to do the transmission after. So if you're having trouble accessing, like because of your own connection or whatever, just surrender and know that the time will come for you at the perfect moment to do the transmission. Also, if you lie down, there's probably a 95% chance that you will fall asleep. And that is because we're working with very deep codes that are connected to the super consciousness field. And so when we start working with those frequencies, we can just get knocked out. But it's not like sleep. It's more like... it's just more like just getting knocked out. And so we're doing really huge work, but we're doing it in a way where our conscious mind is taken out, so there's no resistance. So as the facilitator, I don't mind that. I don't mind if you fall asleep. I think it's really powerful. But a lot of people get very frustrated because they miss the journey. And it's a fascinating journey that we're about to go on. That's it. I just see if there's any more people. I don't think there's any more people that are wanting to get into the group. So I do think that we are good to go now, guys. I'll just see Christian Flynn. Christian Flynn shared a live video. Yeah, no, it's still not coming up. So it's really weird. There is some very odd interference going on, but that's okay. We are way more powerful than that interference. And they know that awakened, unified humanity is like, we'll completely bust this Babylon paradigm. Like we will. Babylon cannot exist in awakened consciousness. Babylon thrives on asleepness and unconsciousness. And so when one person has awoke, that is just like game over for Babylon. If two people have awoke, that's just like game over time to the power of. When this many people, there's 164 of us, and then all the loads and loads of people that are going to be doing it. When we all gather together to align our intentions to Mother, Father, God's intentions, this is when miracles happen. And this is what the deep state is most afraid of. They're most afraid of us coming together and unifying our intentions and like dropping from the heart, from the head, from being identified to the mind and the head, to actually dropping into the heart. To remember that the heart is the GPS system that will take us home to our destiny. And so we must like turn down the volume in our head, and we must drop into the heart space. And when one person drops into the heart space, our electromagnetic field is like ridiculously powerful, and our vibration can bring so much peace and cohesion and so much calm to so many people, thousands and thousands of people. One person stabilized in unity consciousness has the ability to activate so much calm and so much peace within the field. And so this is like what the deep state is most afraid of, and so this is probably why we're having this interference. But it's okay, brothers and sisters, because it's nothing. Like, we're together, 172 of us now are here and united, and we are going to be doing this work. We are doing this work. So on that note, I would just like to say that I'm about to guide us on this meditation, and we're going to be working with the energy of Magdalene. And what my spirit guides have told me is that Magdalene is not a woman. Magdalene is a state of consciousness. It is a flame that exists within all of us. And when we are born, that flame is like a spark. And if we go on our awakening journey and arrive at that place of like actually awaken out of the matrix, out of samsara, we transform that spark or that seed of the Magdalene, and it becomes the flame of the Magdalene. And the flame of the Magdalene is symbolic of the wild woman, of the wild divine feminine that has been murdered and persecuted for hundreds and hundreds of years, because the wild woman is untamable. She's all powerful. She's a full multidimensional avatar, and her consciousness is connected to all of the dimensional realms of consciousness. So the divine feminine, the flame of the Magdalene, lives within all men and all women, and it is our duty to ignite that flame, to turn that spark into a flame. So the work that we're going to be doing together today is going to be massively supporting in that stabilizing of that flame, so that you can be yourself. Like, we must all be ourselves. We can't be anything other than ourselves. Like, that is how we're so impactful and so powerful within the collective, is when we are being ourselves. And that is exactly what working with the Magdalene flame is all about. It's about transcending that need for third dimensional human beings' approval, because that's part of the matrix programming, that everyone's like, oh, I don't want to rub the boat, I don't want to ruffle feathers, oh, I better conform because, you know, I better wear a mask, I better do this because I don't want to get in trouble, I don't want to be seen as a rebel. Well, that's the antithesis of the Magdalene. The Magdalene doesn't care. All she cares about is pleasing God. She wants to be the best daughter, the best divine feminine, so Mother, Father, God can be so proud of her. And she knows that to be that, she must transcend the need for other people's approval. It is very, very important. And so that is what we're going to be working with. We're going to be igniting that flame of the Magdalene within all of us. And it's very, very auspicious if you are, you know, if you've been called to take part in this ceremony. It's very, very auspicious for you and your evolutionary path. So that's a little bit about the Magdalene, and we're going to be working with the Divine Mother Codes and working with healing our own mothers, because our mothers, you know, it's probably like 0.0000001% of mothers have attained enlightenment and are spiritually awakened. And so if you're not at that place of awakeness, it means that you are still carrying the wounds of your own ancestral lineage, of your own mothers and grandmothers' wounds that they haven't processed. And so we're going to be sending a very, very deep ancestral blessing into our mother line, so that our mothers can really level up now to this ascension trajectory. And they might have chosen to not ascend, they might have chosen to stay 3D. It doesn't matter, because at some point they will ascend. It just means on this wave they're not going to be part of the ascension. But there's every single soul that incarnates in order to ascend at some point. So it might even be in 1,000 years, it might be in 100 years, it might be in 20 years, but whether they're consciously aware of it or not, has into the physical realm in order to remember their divinity. And when you truly, truly remember your divinity, and you remember your heritage, the fact that we are children of Mother, Father, God, that we all hold bloodline, just as being the children of Mother, Father, God. Once you realize that, then you have arrived, you have ascended, you have woken up from the samsaric nightmare of forgetfulness, of identification with the material. So whether it's like you can say, oh yeah, but my mum, maybe she hasn't chose to woke up and I don't want to interfere with her evolution. Well, you're not, because that's between her and God. She's already made that plan between her and God. But all of us that are involved in this ceremony, we're just going to be sending a blessing out to the future self of our mothers, in order for them at the right time, when they're ready, to absorb and to receive those codes that will assist them in their awakening. And to be honest with you, there's going to be a lot of mothers that are connected to this, like your mothers on this transmission. We're going to be hearing about a lot of miracles taking place. And I'm sure, I wouldn't be surprised if my own mother has a miracle, and she needs one. She really, really needs one, does my mother. So that's that. I think we're about to go in now, brothers and sisters. So let me just see if it's come up. I just don't think it's coming up. It's just ridiculous that it's just not coming up on the So I think I'll just leave that out. I'll leave that up like that. No sound to this, but you're looking great. Can't bear anything. Can't hear anything. 55th soul here, ready for work. No kidding. Greetings, soul family. Thank God I can see you now. Hello, beautiful being. Right. Thank you for this wonderful work, explanation and transmission. Oh, I've got dogs going for it outside my van. So I think they're also, oh gosh, they're also feeling the energy. Oh, hello, Hannah, darling. Okay, guys, so just inviting all of us now to find ourselves in a comfortable position as we are about to go on this very, very deep journey. Hi, Smrita. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, so beautiful to see you all. Hear you just fine, Jen. Great. Okay, that's wonderful. So welcome everybody. Love you, Jen. Love you, Francesca. Woohoo, this is amazing. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's just like shift the paradigm. Let's just send this amazing love to all the children in the foster care system. Let's shift this paradigm so that these horrible, evil people can no longer have access to the most vulnerable children in our world. Like this is why we do this. This is why we do this, all for the children. Everything we do is for the children, not on my watch. Not on my watch. My mother may get a miracle retrospectively. All right, guys, so just inviting everyone here now to just close your eyes and begin to take some nice deep breaths. So we breathe in through our navel center. And as we breathe out, just relaxing our shoulder. Staying with our breath, breathing in through our navel center. As we breathe out, relaxing our jaw. Bringing our awareness to where our body is in contact with the floor or the chair. And deeply attuning to the sensation of feeling supported. Of knowing that you are supported. In this moment, there is a powerful and benevolent force that is guiding you and is protecting you. On the next out breath, visualizing a cord coming out of your root center and visualizing this grounding cord wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. As we send this grounding cord now deep into the core of Mother Earth. and feeling it wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. Attuning now to our Earth Star chakra, which begins to spin in a clockwise direction at the very, very bottom of our grounding cord. And just noticing now as the Earth Star chakra spins, it begins to emit some crystalline diamond powder. And now visualizing your grounding cord absorbing this crystalline diamond powder, and just feeling now this very, very powerful crystalline powder being absorbed back up through the grounding cord, and just sending it to any area of your body that may be feeling weak, that may be feeling like it needs extra attention at the moment. For many of us, there's a lot of pressure in our neck and our shoulders. So just visualizing this crystalline powder just weaving in and out, and like a massage device is massaging all around our neck, all around our shoulders. Just noticing now that it's beginning to be attracted to organs, specific organs, to our heart, and whatever organ feels resonant for you, and just feel it like circulating and moving around and massaging and oxygenating and replenishing all of our organs. Staying with our breath, breathing in through our navel center. And now visualizing a further intensity of this crystalline light being sucked up and being absorbed by your cells. And just notice now as the crystalline light merges with your cells, it's beginning to hook into your DNA like a lock and a key. So just notice these crystalline particles are connecting with your personal DNA strands. And each time they lock into a DNA strand, they activate the mutation process from 2-strand to 12-strand. So just allowing these crystalline locks to interact with your DNA, transforming your DNA from 2-strand to 12-strand. And for many of us, the 12-strand is already activated, so you can visualize them becoming firmer, becoming more solid. So just using your visualization, using your consciousness to see your DNA becoming very, very solid in its 12-strand form. Prior to the fall of Atlantis, as we move back to the time of Lemuria, when humanity held a fully activated 12-strand DNA. Notice all around your body, these locks and these keys are activating and turning on entire DNA. And staying with your breath and using your breath to guide the energy all around your body. And now in your mind's eye, we are all being guided now to visualize in the very, very center of our solar plexus We are being asked now to visualize like a spark from a lighter, and it's clicking, it's just clicking and clicking and clicking. So just notice this spark in your solar plexus. And now in your mind's eye, we're being asked to visualize the beautiful Queen of Heaven, Mary Magdalene, in her divine form as she stands in front of you now. So just allow yourself to stand in the presence of Mary Magdalene on this her feast day, when all around the world many, many brothers and sisters are gathering to celebrate the life and the feast day of Mary Magdalene. So in your mind's eye, visualize her dressed all in red with long hair, however she appears to you. For some of us, she's a black goddess. For others, she is an Arab goddess. For others, she's a Caucasian goddess. For others, she's a native goddess. She is not a person. She is an energetic frequency. So just allow yourself now to stand and bathe in her presence. And as you observe her, she shows you her two hands, and in her two hands there are two flames. And she says telepathically that these flames have activated within her palms because she is a fully self-realized Magdalene, holder of the Magdalene flame. And she asks you now if you are willing to receive this flame, which is your personal birthright. And she's informing you that she is an ascended being that is a reflection of you. There is no separation. She is you in the future form, in a higher dimensional form. Please understand that. And now she asks you if you are willing and ready to receive this flame. Please take a moment to answer her. And visualizing her now, bringing her palms together. And as she brings her palms together, the two flames become one golden flame. And on the count of 3, she's going to blow that flame through your heart into your solar plexus. 1, 2, 3. Just feel now the essence and the energy of this flame traveling through your heart and traveling down into your solar plexus. And as the flame arrives at your solar plexus, please observe now how the spark has transformed. There's no more sparks. It has literally become a flame. And so feel this golden flame burning in your solar plexus, connecting up to your heart. We're all being invited now to take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're being asked to expand the flame. See it become bigger and bigger and larger, so that the whole entire flame takes over your whole upper body. And it fills your arms, your upper torso. And just allow yourself now to bathe in the vibration of the Magdalene flame. So just take a moment now to tune into any programs that are no longer serving you, particularly around seeking other people's approval, needing other people's approval, wanting to be a good boy or girl. Just take a moment now to just identify 2 programs that you are wanting to fully release now.
Piggyback. Hold your feet like that. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
So when you've identified those 2 programs that you wish to release, just notice now that you're holding 2 boxes, black boxes in your hand. And on the count of 3, we are going to place those 2 boxes and we're going to put them in the very, very centre of the flame. 1, 2, 3. Just see yourself place those boxes in the very, very heart of the flame, and we're going to transmute these boxes. So now we're going to work with the magenta flame of Saint Germain. So just notice how Magdalene comes forward and she releases a magenta, which is a deep cerise pink strand, like a snake of energy, and she pours that into your golden flame. And just please observe now how this pink magenta snake aspect is transforming those black boxes on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, like a magician's box, it's disappeared and it is gone. So just allow yourself now to bask in the warmth of this golden Magdalene flame. Allow it into your consciousness. Allow this flame to take over your heart. Allow your consciousness to be hijacked by the divine feminine. And just feel yourself basking in that warmth. Feel yourself basking in the warmth of this golden flame. Knowing that all those false programs are being cleaned. Haina wara kushinara kusunurakina. Harakichinara kinuwarashina sunarakina. Hira watana inora yunara kuyuna siniroa. Wayanada chunarakina resenara pratana. Hurushina prasana pra. So just allow yourself now to stand in the glory of the true and holy rebel. Magdalene is the true and holy rebel. She bows only to God. She answers only to God. There is no human being that has any authority over her. She is a goddess, and she is fully and completely self-realized. So deeply allow yourself to bathe in her golden light, allowing it to burn away anything that is no longer serving you, any programs that are no longer serving you. Allow them to be bathed. And as this is occurring now, we're being shown that this golden flame is decreasing in size, and it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, but very, very highly concentrated. So just observe now how this flame, this golden flame, begins to transform into an orb of golden light. And just feel this orb of golden light just between your heart and your solar plexus area. And this is symbolic of the fact that you have transformed. You have transformed your energetic field. You are now a holder and a keeper of the Magdalene flame. And you will be assisted. You will be assisted with every part of your evolutionary process, as you have chosen this path of self-realization and self-actualization. So just feeling now this beautiful golden orb, this golden orb. And we're all now being asked to visualize our mothers, our earthly mothers. We're being asked to visualize them standing in front of us. And for many of us, our mothers are very, very wounded. Our mothers are very, very lost in the matrix, have forgotten what it means to be a rebel, to answer only to God. A lot of our mothers have forgotten the truth and have given the governments powers that the governments do not really have. So just take a moment now to observe your mother, and the size of your mother will be a reflection of where she's at on her path. So if your mother's quite small, that means that she's quite lost in the matrix. If your mother is appearing very large, it means that she has activated her own Magdalene flame and she's good. So just take a moment to visualize your own mother. For many of us, we are being shown our mothers in their child form, in their child form. I'm being shown my mother in her child form, in her true vulnerability. And now we're being shown that many of our mothers are wearing clothes that are old, that they don't fit them anymore. So just take a moment to look at your mother's clothes and notice they're very, very old-fashioned. They're very scratchy. They're no longer appropriate. And as you are observing this, just notice that by your side there is a golden bag. And so just telepathically connect with your mother right now and tell her, say thank you for showing up in your higher self form, and that you are here only to serve her and your ancestral lineage. Now we're being invited to assist our mothers to take themselves out of those old clothes, because those old clothes are symbolic of their attachment to the matrix. So just watch now as your mother begins to just take off these old clothes, and she's left in like a slip, like a little underdress. And as she places her pile of clothes right next to her, please observe now that Saint Germain enters into the scene. And as Saint Germain walks in, just feel the presence of this ascended being who loves your mother so deeply, and who has a personal soul contract with your mother to show up at this time and at this place. So feeling the powerful, benevolent love of Saint Germain, notice that he comes forward now and he lifts up his hand and he clicks his finger. And as he clicks his fingers, he activates a violet portal. And this violet portal opens up to absorb all of your mother's clothing. On the count of 3, this process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. Just observe now these old clothes have been removed. And just look inside your bag and notice that you have some brand new clothes for your mother. And these are very golden clothes. There's like a golden ascension gown. There's a golden crown. She has a golden, like a cape, and golden gloves. And it's like she's getting dressed up for a ball. So just allow your mother to get dressed into these new clothes. Notice how as your mother puts on these clothings, that if she was quite small, she begins to rise, and she begins to come at that normal height again. And that these clothes are sending to her higher self, to begin her own evolutionary process, so that she may arrive at that plateau of remembrance. Every single soul is searching for the remembrance of God, the remembrance of their divinity, the remembrance that separation is a lie, that all that exists is oneness. So just observe your mother now, standing in front of you in this beautiful ball gown, dressed up, looking so beautiful. And at this moment now, we're being asked to hold that golden ball that Magdalene gave us, that flame of the Magdalene. And we're now being asked to blow this ball into our mother's hearts on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. See yourself blow this flame of Magdalene, of the golden orb of Magdalene, into your mother's heart, and just observe how it begins to move down into her solar plexus. And the moment it moves down to her solar plexus, it ignites as a golden flame. And as this flame activates within her psyche, within her soul consciousness, notice that your grandmother stands behind her, and your great-grandmother, and your great-great-grandmother. And there is a line of 26 ancestors that are lining up behind your mother. And just notice now, like a domino, this orb of the Magdalene is now going into each of those 26 ancestors. On the count of 3, this process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. Just notice now how this flame has been ignited in the 26 ancestors behind your mother being the 27th ancestor, you being the 28th ancestor. So just notice now how you are all standing in your feminine line, with every single one of you having a fully activated Magdalene consciousness. And notice the joy and the upliftment within your own ancestral lineage. As many timelines now are shifting, many old toxic timelines now are collapsing, as this brand new timeline is aligning for your entire ancestral lineage. Take 3 deep breaths to seal this knowing. Visualizing all of the 28 flames, golden flames of the Magdalene burning brightly within your entire ancestral lineage. Notice how all your ancestors are smiling, and they are expressing the fact that they are in a very, very high vibration now. And they're all bowing at you, saying thank you, thank you. See yourself bowing to them, saying, it was my pleasure. Just notice now, between you and your mother, a golden pillar of light descends down from the heavens. And just notice now how you and your mother are magnetically drawn into this pillar of light. And as you both submerge yourself in these pillars of light, just feel yourselves hugging. And feel any conflict or any tension or anything that's been between you is gone. And just notice how this golden pillar of light is even further unifying your hearts with your mother's heart. Knowing that we are all on this ascension path together. Every single one of us. And just observe now your mother smiling at you with her eyes beaming out so much love and gratitude to you. Shunara kinara kashanare kinare sunare yinara katata shanara kasan. Take one last moment to visualize these flames, these activated Magdalene flames, burning so powerfully in your entire ancestral lineage, your divine feminine ancestral lineage. Remembering that as we stabilize in these Magdalene frequencies, we are uplifting the whole of humanity to arrive at that place of stabilization in the Magdalene flame, the Magdalene codes, the codes of the awakened, wild, divine feminine. This moment now, Mary Magdalene comes forward and she takes your hand and she takes us all now individually. She holds our hand and she gathers us in a large circle. So just visualize yourself now being taken by Mary Magdalene to the heart of Glastonbury, to the heart of Avalon. And we are all making a circle around Glastonbury Tor. So just feel us all dressed in white, with bare feet as we sit and make this sacred circle around Glastonbury Tor. And just look around the circle at all your brothers and sisters and see that they are carriers of the Magdalene flame, of those that have attained full self-realization. And at this point, Magdalene, she comes forward and she steps inside the very, very centre of the circle. And at this point, she lifts her right hand up in the sky and she clicks her fingers. And as she does this, she opens up a holographic cinema. And on this holographic cinema, we are being shown a particular scene. And in this scene, we are being shown that there are many, many children who have been abandoned by their parents through drugs, through crime, through mental health problems. And we are being shown that there is a very, very large group of children and they are all just sitting on their own. And there's babies, 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, up to around 16 years of age. They're all varying ages. So just notice now how Mary Magdalene is pointing to this very, very, very large group of children who are symbolic of all the children in the globe that are part of the foster care system, the orphanages, the children's homes. And just observe now how there is like a plug, a very black, sticky, circular, spherical plug just above those children. And just notice how it's not actually touching them, it's hovering above their heads. And we're being shown how there are very black, sticky tentacles that are connecting this black sphere to many, many dark people. And we are being shown shadow people, people that we cannot see their faces, we can just see their shadows. So just take a moment to observe this. Mary Magdalene is pointing this out to us. We're being shown that there are hooks and there are tentacles that are connecting this group of children to extremely nefarious and shadowy beings. So just please take a moment to observe that. And now we notice that Mary Magdalene herself steps inside the cinema. She steps inside the scene. And she now goes over to that group of children. And she has a pink flame. She's carrying a magenta pink flame. And on the count of 3, she's going to blow this flame, which is the flame of the Magdalene, which is the flame of the Holy Divine Mother, which is the flame of the Rose lineage. And she's about to now blow this flame into the hearts of all of these children. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Just notice now how this pink magenta flame sits in the hearts of all of these children. And as the flame sits, it begins to emit a warmth and a protection and a spiritual protection around each of these children. So just take a moment to observe that these children now are, prior to this, they were very pale, they were very sickly looking, but now they're looking very robust, they're looking very healthy. The colours coming back in their cheeks as they are activating their own flame of divinity within their own core consciousness. So just observe that and just notice now how this flame is emitting like a heat, and it's beginning to cause that black circle above where all of these dark sticky tentacles are coming out of. It's beginning to cause this black sphere, it's beginning to cause it to vanish. So just observe how each flame gets activated within that group, that it causes like a piercing. And on the count of 3, this process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. Please observe now how the flame within each of the children has been the vibratory medicine to shift that black over covering. And now what is being replaced? It is being now replaced with a golden sphere, a golden circle. And just notice now how this golden circle is beginning to attract many, many men and women that are carriers of the Magdalene flame. So just notice now there is an alignment occurring, and many, many souls are now hovering above these children. Just notice now that each individual child has an umbilical cord, has a golden umbilical cord, and that golden umbilical cord is now connecting them to a carer, to a specific carer who is a carrier of the Magdalene flame. And just notice now as each child connects with their new parental figure, that the parental figure now drops down and sits by their side. And just notice how the children jump into the laps of these carriers of the Magdalene flame, of the Holy Mother flame. And please observe now how these children are being held. These children are receiving healing. These children are receiving access to the tachyon beds. These children are receiving access to the highest vibrational medicines and alignments and codes, geometric codes within this universe. Knowing that these children are being transformed and they are now finally being protected. Please with your mind's eye, visualize each individual child linked, connected to an adult who is of the golden ray, who is holding them and carrying them and soothing their precious souls. On the count of 3, this process will be complete as each individual child will be linked with their carer. 1, 2, 3. We are now being shown that that black residue, all that is left of that is like a little bit of sticky black tar. So just please take a moment now to visualize that sticky black tar, which is symbolic of that old energy, that old nefarious energy that had access to these precious children. Just please observe now as Saint Germain walks into the center of the space, and he lifts his hand up and clicks his finger, and as he does, he activates the violet portal to come and clean up that dark, nefarious, sticky energy. And on the count of 3, the process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. All of that black energy has now been cleaned. We are now being shown all of the children who are so happy and celebrating and hugging their carers. And just take a moment now to observe their future timelines, as now they've completely shifted and they are now stepping on their golden ascension path, and each child now has their place on their golden ascension path, which is a stairway. So just please take a moment to see that, and we're going to allow those children to walk up the 10 steps of their own ascension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Please observe now as each of the children have arrived at the 10th step, which is their own self-actualization. And just see all their carers there, standing by their side, fully supporting them, knowing that they have completed their healing mission, and that they have shifted the paradigm for all children in the foster care system in this earthly matrix. Let's take a moment to observe the celebration codes that are being activated by all the children and their carers. Staying with your breath, breathing deeply to ground this knowing. Remembering that when we all come together to unify our intentions, there is nothing more powerful in this universe. When we align with Mother, Father, God's intentions, there is nothing more powerful in this universe. At this point, Mary Magdalene comes forward again, and she clicks her fingers, and at this point, the cinematic screen dissolves, and she comes forward to you, and she bows down to you, and just allow her now to touch your forehead with her forehead as she blesses you and says thank you on behalf of all of the angelic souls in the universe, especially for doing this work with the children, that this is now guaranteed to shift the paradigm. That it was all shifting anyway, and it just needed us to come together on this date to unify our intentions, to activate that final tweak, to ensure that every single child on this earth is now safe. So Mary Magdalene is feeling quite emotional as she's saying thank you to you. Take a moment to receive her gratitude and her humility and this blessing. And she asks you to take 3 deep breaths now, to breathe in the memory of this meeting, to breathe in the memory of all these children that have been freed, to breathe in this memory of your mother. So all of us are now being guided to visualize this golden pillar of light in our own spinal columns as we ground and anchor these Magdalene codes into our earthly vessels. This powerful healing meditation is now complete, brothers and sisters. This work will continue for many days to come, and we will all experience profound miracles, especially with regards to the children who are being freed and saved from slavery and captivity. On behalf of all of the angelic forces in the universe, a sincere, heartfelt gratitude to every single one of you for hearing the call to show up for this powerful global ceremony. This meditation is now complete, brothers and sisters. There's no rush, but whenever you are ready, you can start wriggling your toes, wriggling your fingers, and bringing your awareness back into your body, back into this sacred space of this moment. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. That was so powerful. I am so humbled to do this work for the children. This is literally what we're all living and breathing for, is to make sure that every child is safe. And it's so powerful for us to come together and unify our intentions like this. Like our consciousness, like we are all creators. This is a thought universe. And so everything that we think is what we create. And so if one person comes together to have that thought and intention, we are already creating that on a holographic dimensional reality. When two or more gather to unify their intentions, it is exponentially empowered. When three of us gather, exponentially to the square of. This is so powerful, brothers and sisters. Like, this is the work that we all signed up for. This is why I returned back to this earth, is to do this work, is to gather these the souls to come together to do these transmissions, you know. And so as a mother of 4 children that I adopted from foster care, I thank each and every one of you for being here. Oh, thank you, hon. Thank you for fostering children, Joanna. So powerful. And I'm really am so humbled to do this work, honestly. And yeah, so thank you all so much. So blessed. I was guided to you now and every day. Oh, so well done, brothers and sisters. We had a lot of interference at the beginning, and that just proves that this was really important for the collective. So thank you all for being so wise and high vibrational that you're able to understand what it means when we're getting interference. It means that this is big, you know. This is very big work. And And we did it. We weren't going to be stopped. There's no way we were going to be stopped, even though the video didn't show up on the event page, which is the first time that has ever happened. It's mosquito o'clock here now, guys. It's all going a bit mad in the van. But I'm going to have to go in a minute and burn some sage. So yeah, we're now complete. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go and download this video, send it to all the loads and loads of people that signed up that aren't on Facebook. And the next transmission will be the 8/8 Lionsgate. It's going to be massive, the Lionsgate this year. And we're going to be working with the Syrian Stargate and our brothers and sisters in Sirius. And we'll wait and see what the transmission is going to be about. I'm sure it's going to be very, very important, as there are going to be loads and loads of global ceremonies taking place on that day. So I'm so honoured to be the facilitator. I really, really am. And I love you all so much. And they're not really letting me post on my group at the moment. I've had to really sort of lie low on Facebook because I think I'm just waking too many people up, and they're like, oh, hold on a minute, we can't have that many people woke up so fast. So I can't really post on the group at the moment, and I have to not really post like kind of anything about Trump or anything on my Facebook page, because it's just triggering everyone in Facebook land. So love you all, everyone in Facebook land, love you all fact checkers. I love everyone, I love you all, and we're doing it, like we really, really are doing it, despite all the challenges, despite all the obstacles. We really, really are doing it. We're doing this work, and so I couldn't do this without you, and thank you for being part of this community. And I've got many, many tools on my website to assist you with your spiritual evolutionary path. I've got loads of activations. I'd highly recommend working with the Atlantis timeline. That's very, very powerful, and that will shift any loads and loads of issues that you're having with in terms of manifesting your divine union. Highly recommend working with the Atlantis timeline. Check out my MP3s on my website, guys, and all the other offerings that I've got there. So I'm going to go now because there's too many mosquitoes, and I need to burn some sage and some Palo Santo too, because they don't like that, so they'll go away if I do that. So I better go, and I think we did all right without Liam, didn't we? He's all right. He's gone to a meeting because we've just been gifted this piece of land, which is really, really absolutely amazing. But that's another story. So on that note, I shall leave you all, love you and leave you all, and namaste, brothers and sisters.